Sega. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist. And today, well, we're going to be working on a Sega Game Gears, eventually, 2 of these. And this, which is a Mac Classic II logic board. I don't know if they're supposed to make, are these supposed to make these noises? That's not good, we'll find out later. I've never worked on one of those before, so this is gonna be a fun time. A Sega branded maraca. Hello everybody. Let's take a look at this under the microscope. Oh, I gotta make an adjustment to the microscope, sorry. Okay, I think that should get us there. Let's take a look at this while I say hi to folks in the chat. Now we're too bright. There we go. Who all is here this morning? We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. We got Jack 68K, Alan Gracia, Lazy Blue Goat, All Things DG, Gut Bomb, I803866SX. JVHS is here, Trina's Technobabble is here, Bacchus is here. Good morning, everyone. Hello, afternoon, whatever it is. So this Classic II was in generally pretty good shape compared to others that I've worked on, and so this was sort of the worst part. There was a lot of leakage around the egret chip, and so I pulled that off, and we'll have to put that back on. So the first thing we got to do with this thing, Alan says, what the heck is going on with that bench? Oh geez, I don't know, man. I have not had time to do much of anything lately. So you're all getting sort of like, John, we got to put together a stream kind of day. So I haven't even taken, look, I was slacking last week when I did this. I didn't take all the old solder off of this. What the heck, man? So I did ultrasonically clean this board, so that's at least something. That's about all I had time to do this week, which is why the case is not quite ready yet. I wanted to have the case all retrobrighted. Last week we saw that it was in decent shape, but there was some yellowing action going on in that case, so it's looking much better already. Turns out that some of the yellow was actually dirt, and as soon as I put that thing into the retrobright tank, a lot of the yellow came off, but there's some yellowing around the edges and stuff that I still want to take care of. So yeah, we're not going to be able to finish this system this week because we got to finish the retrobrighting. I also want to point out that Thomas Andrews of Amiga of Rochester, if you don't know his work, go check him out. Does excellent recapping and other computer restoration. Pointed out that in my capacitor map for the analog board, I didn't point out which ones were low ESR. And so I updated my capacitor map for this thing, but apparently I missed a couple. So I will go and correct that after the stream. So all the ones that should be low ESR have an asterisk by them, which, you know, the nasty cluster where everything leaks on the analog board, those are typically the ones that are going to be low ESR. So you can see we're cleaning these up. A couple of them are kind of resisting. That's why I like to use the solder braid as like a little abrasive. Helps polish up those solder pads. And you can see we're way nicer than we were a few seconds ago. Just cleans those pads up real nice. It's going to make soldering that egret chip back on No problem. Oh, Bacchus is working on some Nintendos today. That's fun. It's like game console day here. I use flux in these situations. It helps clean things up nicely when you're trying to polish out these pads. I did notice, so of course on this board there's 47 microfarad 16 volt caps, but this board actually has a much higher number of 10 microfarad caps. And so, yeah, you gotta, I actually don't have too many of the right size cap for this one. They'll work. They're slightly bigger than I would like to use, but it'll be okay. We'll be able to get it. There. Forgot to do that one. All right. So I think that's all on this side of the board. Moving around. There we go. There's a nice little trace that needs to get, pad that needs to get cleaned up. Oh, sorry. I'm focused on my work today. I'm not paying enough attention to the chat. Trina's streaming today. Yeah. I think Tech Ambrosia's streaming today. I think I saw on her thumbnail that she has my sticker. I hope that's not like a bat signal that she needs me to help her with something. I know she recently picked up a couple of really cool Macs, so I don't know if she's going to show all that off. If so, that is a must watch. So this week I've mostly been working outside. Been putting a new walkway in front of my house. I'll probably put a picture on social media, show what I've been working on. Tell me if you think it looks good or not. Trying something new in the walkway. I've had all these giant rocks that I've dug up on my property, like flagstone kind of things. And so I made a gravel walkway and then sort of embedded the giant ones every so often in the walkway. I think it looks pretty cool, but I'm willing to take other people's opinions on that work. Always could use input on my landscaping skills. I also ripped out a couple of, well, no. I ripped out one tree stump. I still have another tree stump that's fighting me. Ooh, taking a road trip to Appleton. Bit History Guy has something just for you. Nice. Is it a compact of some sort? Okay, so we need to take a look here. This is recapamac.com.au, Bruce Rain's guide for recapping, and we're going to start off with two 1 microfarad 50 volts so that I don't forget which ones those should be. Probably compact something. How did I guess that? No, not that. There we go. Okay, so this one should be a 1 microfarad 50, and that one should be a 1 microfarad 50. And we should get some tweezers or forceps, depending on how you like to refer to them. Okay, put them away. I think we only need two 1 microfarad 50s, so we don't confuse ourselves too much, because we do that a lot here on the BigBadBench. Okay. What do we got? There's that one. Oh, wrong way. Stripe goes to plus. So Alan Grassi had bought the last Classic II that I worked on. How's that working out for you, Alan? Stripe. Oh, now it's gonna be gooey. Oh, am I on the right thing? Hey, Francois Reval. Oh, come on, John. We need our caps to be straight. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, what are we doing now? Let's put on our 1 microfarad 16 or 47 microfarad 16 volts, because you know we can't do a Mac recapping stream without 47 microfarad 16 volts. Plus, there's only 3 of them, so that'll make our job a little bit easier. Yeah, one of the trees. I started working on this stump about a year ago, and it just fought me. It was such a big tree. It was actually 2 trees that were sort of stuck together that became one giant stump, and finally I got my truck hooked up to it. It went backwards, and it finally broke this week. I tried it last year. It wouldn't break. I guess it rotted enough finally to loosen up. All right, so there's our 47 microfarad 16 volt. That should go there. And again, when I do these, I like to put some solder on one thing, and put that there. Look at how nice and shiny our solder joints are. Oh, and I made it crooked. There we go. I finally took the scanner off my truck, Alan. Yeah, I took it off my truck. You should have seen that process. Actually, I might post pictures of that on social media too. I had to put a strap around it and lift it up with a come along, and then it was sort of tied to one of the beams in my barn, and yeah, we eventually got it off the truck, or I eventually got it off the truck by myself. That was quite the ordeal. But so I ripped this stump out and I drug it up my driveway, and as I'm driving it up the driveway, it breaks the chain. This is how big this thing is. So it's laying in the middle of the driveway. So I start chainsawing it apart, and my chainsaw breaks. The little gear at the front of the bar just like blew itself apart. So I had to fix the chainsaw. It was just a comedy of errors this week. That's too much. There we go. You go over there a little bit. All right, so the rest of these, just want to make sure that's good, should all be 10 microfarads, 16 volts. How weird is that? I don't feel like I'm working on an Apple. Alrighty. So here's 3 of these guys for up here. You can see these are slightly too big. They'll work, but it's not what I would prefer to be using. These were from an order a long time ago that I ordered the wrong size. Always gotta double check your package size, Trina. Be good. Not gonna repeat what I said. So has anyone in chat ever taken apart a Game Gear? I'm actually kind of nervous about it. Especially now that I shook it and it makes a lot of noise. I didn't expect to totally recap it today. The one thing I did find out about Game Gears is that there's multiple motherboard revisions. And so I don't think I have the caps for a lot of the types. So I'll need to order caps. But it's okay, because apparently I need to order some of these. Oh, how you can tell you didn't get the solder in right. Benjamin Dressler, hello. Recapped one and it was pain. Lots of cap juice damage. Awesome. That's what I'm anticipating, especially from hearing the rattle earlier. But this should be a nice little warm-up. The caps on those things are so weird. They're like regular electrolytics that are kind of just bent over. I've seen them before on like hard drives. Yeah, since we... Yep, see, I didn't get that one. You gotta test these with a little wiggle. Nope, I missed. That's why you don't want the wrong size caps when you do this. Nope, see, that one's loose too. There we go. That's nice. Okay, I think we have one more over here. And then we can start working our way to the other side. I think for this one, I'm going to use the correct package size, just because it's in kind of a tighter area. I have one of the correct package size left. And where's our plus? There's our plus. Microscope actually looks decent today. This thing's temperamental. Sometimes it wants to look like poo. Sometimes it works okay. There we go. It was ever so slightly crooked. Oh, Gut Bomb asked if I'm going to the swap meet tomorrow. Gosh darn it. I would really like to. I don't know if I can. Okay. I think we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. We're using up these stupid wrong size caps. Had the door open this morning because it was so freaking beautiful out. It was like the nicest morning that we've had in a long time. And now there's a fly flying around the BigBadBench. I'm not happy about that. Does my camera or my microphone pick up the fly buzzing around? Hey, Rudy's here. How's it going, Rudy? We are just in the midst of recapping. Surprise, surprise. Have we ever done any recapping here at the BigBadBench? Nah. Oh, did I forget to do this side? Normally y'all yell at me when you see me do stuff like that. There we go. Oh, let's put these on here while we're here. Yeah, we might have to do some jank later. One of the things I realized this morning is that there's a security thing on the back of the Game Gear called a game bit, and I actually don't have any game bits. So we might have to get BigBadBench creative here. I don't think we'll have to resort to like dremeling out the screw like with some famous YouTuber. Mr. Tech Gadget, hello. Tuning in from VCF Southeast. Nice. I saw some pictures from Tech Night. It looked like a fun time. What state is VCF Southeast in? Check 68K says dremeling the case is the secret to becoming a famous YouTuber. Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. I mean, I do a lot of stuff wrong, but I guess not the kind of wrong that gets enough attention. All right, so they're all tight. Do I have that cap in the right way? Yeah. Okay. Back to here. Come on, John. Focus, dude. I forgot to do that side. Am I forgetting? Did you have my cap legs? What the heck, man? There we go. Get on there, bro. Okay. Whew. Let's give these a little wiggle, see if we got both sides. Wiggle. Make sure that they're plugged the right way. Oh, the fly just almost went by the microscope. It wants to be on camera. Okay, one more, and then we gotta do the egret. I don't want to forget about that. Huh. Bacchus, are you just trying to take the whole chip off without desoldering some of the solder? Words. Oh, man. when I do big chips like the SCSI chip on the Mac Plus, I desolder all the legs first and then go over it with the hot air. Okay, that one's good. Okay, so let's go away from, let's go back to the BigBadBench for a second. All right, so we're gonna get this out. I might need to change to a smaller tip, but oh yeah, look at the BigBadBench. Oh my gosh, what a mess we have going on today. Do you think there will be any Apple II Plus motherboards at the swap meet? I don't know, Gutbomb. What do you think? All right, so we're just gonna. I have not seen too much Apple II stuff there, personally, but maybe Gutbomb has a different opinion. Well, he also does not see too much Apple II stuff. All right, so now what we're gonna do, let's see if I have any smaller ones. Oh yeah, there's the smaller one. And do I have my wrench? Yep. How much are Apple II boards going on eBay, or II Plus boards going for on eBay these days? Oh, let's get one with a pointy. Let's get pointy. Wow. I mean, the last Apple II I bought, I paid $50 for the whole thing. That was probably only a year or so ago. Let's go back to the microscope. All right, so then we're gonna do, so when this spins, it's gonna go that way, which means that the bottom is gonna go that way. And so when we do this, I'm gonna focus up a little bit. We're gonna make sure that the bottom is only going this way. If you go the other way, you can bend your pins really easily. Oh, okay, so now I'm gonna go the opposite way because it's a little easier for me to hold. So this is a semi-soft tip. So it's like kind of a little bit harder than an eraser. And it's got a little abrasive in it. And so it helps, excuse me. It helps clean up chips like this. So you can see this is way nicer than it was just a few seconds ago. So I'll get that. Make that way easier to solder. And we gotta check this, figure out which way it needs to go. It needs to go that way. So if you don't clean those up, you can, it makes soldering them up way harder. I've done it before without cleaning it, but it makes it so much nicer if you can have nice, clean legs to solder on. Okay. And of course, if you're a pro, you could drag solder this. But I am not a drag soldering pro. So I get it sort of lined up. Yeah, I love these. I call them abrasive erasers, but I think if you look on eBay or Amazon, it's like polishing bits, and they're not too expensive. And it's so much better than the little fiberglass pens, because you're sitting there scrubbing forever with the fiberglass pen. I used one of those for a while first. But this sort of, especially when you have a big chunk of a board that's very corroded. Okay. Yeah, this would not have flowed that nicely if we had just left all that gunk on those chips, or on those legs. And even now, it's still fighting me a little bit, but the bottom should have flowed nicely. Trying to make up for lost time. Yeah, see, that one's still fighting me. We'll come back to it. Oh, come on. And so actually I forgot to mention this chip, after I ultrasonicked it, there was still so much gunk around those solder pads that I actually had to scrape it. It did not, that area did not want to come clean. Okay, I think we got it now. Let's clean up some of that flux. I'll actually take this and ultrasonic the board again just to get all the flux residue off. But let's take a look at this thing and see if we're actually soldered. Double check that we put it on the right way. Yeah, okay. That looks better. It was so nasty before. There were some legs in here that were kind of nasty. I scraped in between those legs. Oh, I forgot a cap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did we forget that one? Uh-oh. The world is shaking. Yes, Steve has a new collection. Oh, I skipped 2 caps. Oh my gosh. What the heck, bro? Where'd they go? Now I lost them. Okay. Yes, Steve has a new collection of shirts out based off of yesterday's events. Wow, I didn't even clean up these solder pads. Bro. I thought it didn't seem like we did 17 caps. There, put there, put there. Okay, almost done. I thought this would have gone a lot faster, but having the wrong size cap kind of does slow me down. But also, why rush, right? We're just hanging out, having some fun. No need to rush. Although I do kind of want to get to those Game Gears. There's certain jobs, computer jobs that I need to work on that are like itching my brain because I know that there's caps on the inside just sort of eating, and every second that I wait they're just gonna keep eating. Like I need to do my IBM PS2 Model 80 floppy drive, and I have a couple of power books I need to work on. All right. Yes, Trina, we know you're streaming at 2:25. Or is that the same time you said earlier? All right, let's test this bad boy out so we can get on to the rotting Game Gears. All right, baking with Gut Bomb. All right, so what we have here is a sort of gross matte classic, but I did recap the analog board on this thing. Let's just double check. Yeah, I did not clean this thing up at all, because that's something that needs to happen still. But let's just double check that it actually powers on. Oh, we need electricity. Nope, electricity's off. Oh, shoot, I unplugged some of my electricity. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I have backup juice. Backup juice. Okay, so this is the regular Classic II. Regular Classic. Got chime. Got III, DIY cam. I think it'll focus once it finally sees something. Oof, sorry about that. I gotta figure out how to get this thing to focus properly. Alright, there's the question, the floppy. Alright, so let's unplug this logic board. Again, to take out a classic logic board, pull out the memory card, then unplug the power connector. This is one I recapped. I haven't shown this off because, I mean, it's just a classic. I believe that the Classic is the worst Apple computer ever made. I will fight you on that one. Anyone else have strong feelings about the Classic II? Or, well, not the Classic II. I like the Classic II. The Classic. Yes, the Classic II was also kind of castrated to a certain extent. But it's still a much more usable machine, and it doesn't have a CPU that was 11 years old when they came out with it. Bacchus says the Classic II is okay-ish. Yes, it's a somewhat restricted, but it's still a 68030. And you can find these for way cheaper than you can find Mac SE30s. But obviously you don't get the expansion that you can get with an SE30. Okay, sorry, I'm just drying this out. Gonna dry this out a little bit with some hot air. All right. So these slides in on the left, and it kind of rests on a little notch on the right, and then it eventually collects in there. There we go. Power connector, and that should be all we need. Oh, I forgot to put some RAM in this thing. One of the reasons I really like the Classic II is that you can use it if you come up with two sims that you don't know what they are. You can pop them in there and figure out what they are pretty easily. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Shot. Whoa! Uh-oh. 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 Did I put one of the caps in backwards? We got magic smoke. Oh, we got magic smoke. What did I do? What did I do, people? What did I do? Oh, I put one in backwards. Oh, dang. Oh, that's why you don't plug in. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I hope I didn't break anything. All right, let's go back Oh, let's look at this under the microscope. Oh, man. Where is it? Oh, look at that. Look at that mess. Rule number 1, check your work. That's right, Jack 68K. But that's what I pay you all for. Gotta wait for these to heat up. Wow. Wow. That exploded. Look at that. That's why you don't plug in tantalums the wrong way. Wow. Okay. Take number 2. Oh, bro. Oh, jeez. It's okay. Rudy says I did it on purpose for your entertainment. Oh man, it smells. It so smells. Okay. I think we'll survive. So, I think one of the first times I ever put a cap in the wrong way on stream was in the Mac 2 CI power supply. It was because one of the caps didn't have plus and minus labeled because it was on the negative 12 volt rail, and it didn't make that noise. It just started smoking. Okay, let's go back to here. Let's try this mess again. All right. Did I put it in right this way or this time? 3, 2, 1. Chime. Let's check III DIY cam. See if we get some video. Got video. Find a blue SCSI. And let's find some RAM. All right, flashing question mark. We didn't destroy it. Let's see. cam sticks that match. Someone needs to come and organize the BigBadBench workshop. Okay, here we go. Here's a couple that match. Alright, so let's shut this down. Yes, so we've updated Potato Cam. So it's now III DIY Cam. Because III DIY donated that one. Okay, so this should just be 4 megs. I'll have to find a couple of 4 meg sims. Get this thing up to its maximum 10. This should be good enough to work for now. Get us boot. Get it to boot. Oh. I think this is a blue scuzzy Wi-Fi image, so it's probably going to give us some errors that we're going to run out of memory, but it should be fine. Alright, let's try this now. 3, 2, 1. Chimed twice in a row now. That can only be good news. Mouse is responding, so that's good. Cup Pump says technically 3 times in a row. Alright, so it chimed twice in a row without exploding. Yay, we're booting. The screen is dark. Ooh. Killing my workshop lights doesn't help it. I have a feeling that the brightness is going to be set pretty low because we don't have it's not in there. Come on, camera. Give us some focus, guy. It's just decided it doesn't want to focus now. Hey, focus over here. There you go. No, stay. You stay. If I keep my finger here, will it help you focus? Look at the clarity of my finger. There is an adjustment for the gain on this. This thing's hanging out. It's working. This poor... This is a 753 install trying to run on 4 megs of RAM. Come on, thing. Oof, it is slogging. Uh-oh. I broke it. There we go. Hey, you stay focused. There you go. Look at it. Oh, is this actually... Oh, no, that's a CD. That's not 7.6. About... $753. Yeah, 753 on 4 megs is pretty brutal. Alright, Francois, thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's do... Set under monitors on this. Where is it? It's been so long since I worked with one of these. Brightness. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's set for medium, but that's still pretty dark. But I'm not going to worry about it because this isn't the right chassis for this computer anyway. But anyway, it works. So even after the explosion, we're in good shape. All right, now on to the Game Gears. Oh, I'm really excited to look into these and hopefully not cry too much. Okay. Set you aside. Yes, so I don't know why there's a label maker thing that says Sega Game Gear. Apparently the woman that orchestrated this sale does like house cleanouts, because she sent me a couple more links to like video game stuff afterwards, even though I'm not really into video game stuff. It's just like I haven't played with one of these, so I wanted to see what they were like. So Philips, Gamebit. So Gamebits, I don't know, what is that, like six little prongs around the outer edge. So luckily I was just in Pennsylvania and I stopped at Micro Center and I got a new set of side cutters because my other ones I've sort of mangled. But I think what we can do is take our side cutters and get them down into the groove. Just a matter of finding a couple grooves. Now that one's not fitting. Are these ones any more pointy? Yeah, these side cutters are a little bit more pointy. Yeah, there we go. So this is your BigBadBench jank of the day. Using side cutters to get a game bit out. Man, I don't know what's rattling around in there. That is so scary. Buck says that's definitely how you open that. 100%. Oh, it's recessed. It's down in there. Oh, you mean recessed even further. So the neat thing about these is that they've designed some LCD replacements that look pretty awesome. So I think I might pick up one of those and do an LCD mod on this. There you go. game bit out. So I think you wind up cutting that nub off anyway. So it's sort of not necessary. The Etch-a-Sketch Animator uses some crazy security screws. Huh. So I've seen the kind that are like a couple of dots, but I haven't seen one that's like 6 dots. Okay, got 2 that are kind of hiding. There's one of those. There we go. All right. System 1. Take that plug off. Take that plug off. Take that plug off. So there we can see some of these style that we know will leak. Some regular caps. But then, oh yeah, here's what we're looking at. These guys. It's basically they're like electrolytics that are just mounted in a weird little tube. 4.7 microfarad, yeah. 68 microfarad. What the heck is that thing? This doesn't look too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. We can definitely work with this. Now let's take a look in the microscope. So one of the things we can kind of, so anytime you have some stuff that has corrosion like this, you know that there's been some leakage happening. Oh look, that's like juicy, right? So let's take a little chunk of paper towel. Look at that. That is fresh juice. So I'm hoping that if we use our hot tweezers, come on, wake up, hot tweezers. That this shouldn't be too bad. Look at this one. Look at that. Oh, that's gross. So, where's my other forceps? So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna scrape some of this corroded bit off so that we have access to the solder underneath. The other thing is that there tends to be a little bit of adhesive on these. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it smells. It smells. But yeah, these are so weird, right? Show you what. Forget, I've come across these on hard drives before. Let's see if I can cut that open. There we go. So you can see it's just like a regular cap. What's the word when you, a sabot? It's kind of like a regular cap mounted in a sabot. So there's some grossness there. We'll get them off. The hot tweezers will make this happen, but you can see it's leaked all the way over here. Yeah. Just gotta be real patient with these since they got like the, there we go. The glue kind of helps hold it in place as well. Oh, it smells bad. Oh, listen to it sizzle. Did that come through? I think we might have caught this in time before things went too bad. Yeah, everything just has a brown tinge all around here. You can see it's kind of clean over here, and then it gets dirty. So what do you think? Since I have two of these, should I restore one to original and then get a new screen replacement for the other one? Because I hear the screens on these things are just straight up awful. I'd like to be able to experience the original. I never had one of these growing up. I don't think I even knew anyone that had a Game Gear. Yeah, that was definitely unpleasant right there. But yeah, look at this mess. Some nice corrosion happening there. But all of our traces are still intact. That's good. I think we hit this in time. Lazy Blue Goat says, "You'll want new screens on both." They're that bad, huh? There's no nostalgia value of using the original. Not that I have any nostalgia for it, but still. Sometimes people get mad about modding things, you know? But I guess Game Gears don't count. Look at that. Yeah, look at this corrosion here. Oh, this one stinks. Oh, this one stinks real bad. And that you can see how I'm wiggling this. I'm not really like applying a whole lot of pressure because I really don't want to lift these pads. There, you can kind of see when it melts. There we go. All right. Nope, there's one more of these here. Okay. Oh, and there's a giant one here. Oh, look at that. That's tricky. Look at that mess. Oh, you messy jerk, you. We might have some trace repair to do on that one. I found the boss. Let's see what we can do with this guy. I think what I might do, since that one's so long. Yeah, that's not a plug, that's just soldered down. So that kind of sucks. How are we gonna get in there? I think what we're gonna do is give this a little flux. Sometimes flux can help in situations like this. And then we're gonna stick one. See if we can get one of those to move. Sizzle pop, sizzle pop. Okay. All right, so we got one free. Oh yeah, that would have been a good idea. And we're gonna come in from the behind. There we go. There it went. Lovely. Look at the bottom of this one. Color's not coming through on the camera. Look at that corrosion stuff. Gross. Okay. Cool. All right, well, I'll be able to sleep better at night knowing that those are off of there. Let's pop open the other one. See what we're working with, because I don't know enough about Game Gears to know which revision board this is. I have a feeling this is a later one because it has fewer chips. This one, we had some battery leakage. So we're gonna have cap leakage and battery leakage. Let's get our game bit. Oh yeah, I guess I should go through the games that came with this thing, or these things. Gonna have to get a new iFixit kit with game bits in it. Oop, got that one already. Hey folks, if you're still watching, make sure to hit the like button. Even if you're not watching, hit the like button. Go find some people out on the street. So go like that video. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll take off that. We'll take off that. And we'll take off that. Whew. We got some massive leakage happening there. That looks pretty gnarly. That looks okay. And yeah, this is a different revision. See, more chips, less chips. The cap arrangement is different, which is one of the reasons we're not going to finish doing this today, is because I didn't know which versions I had. So now that I can figure that out, I can order the caps I need to do these. Alright, this one doesn't look so bad. Over here, doesn't look so hot, but it doesn't look as bad as, although, so this is the soundboard. The soundboard looks worse on this one than that one. This one doesn't look great, but it's not awful. Alright, let's pop these under the microscope and take a look in here. See, that's not bad. How did we do this before? I think this is the most I've ever used the hot tweezers in one session. Look at that, we're like popping and sizzling. Oof. All right. Yeah, that's not real great. It's coming off, but man, that leg is resistant. Yeah, that corroded real nice. That one had a weird aroma. Maybe it was some of the plastic I was burning. Okay, one more over here. Alright, there you can see that one started flowing. The other one's still fighting a little. There we go. Yep, definitely some leakage going on there. Now this side has a lot going on. Oh, and it does have the boss cap too. I like that phrase that you came up with, gut bomb. Yeah. There we go. You can see it just like that was corroded down. You can see when you get the little solder balls, that tells you that you're melting the solder underneath of the corrosion on top. The glue feels really strong on this one. Man, it's like they used JB Weld on that one. There we go. Yeah, look at that chunk of that plastic still on there. Sorry. What time is it? 1:30? Yeah. Yeah, these ones don't look as bad, but the solder is definitely corroded worse than on the other one. So this is not coming off easy. Doesn't help that we've made our tip really gross from melting plastic. Anytime you get some gunk on your tip, that's gonna reduce your heat transfer. Gross. Oh yeah, let's scrape some of that off. That's gonna be very resistant. There's some juice right there. There we go. Scrape, scraper, scrape, scraper. Okay. Oh, it smells. Oh, this is so smelly. Thought only Max got this smelling. Alrighty, we're making progress. Gonna do our scraping. Okay. This is making a mess of my tips, but it's not easy to get into this one. There we go. Oh, made such a mess. Look at that. Oh, tips are gross. All right, boss cap time. Oh, this one even has an extra inductor that's next to it. Yeah, they're really being kind to us. All right, let's break the glue. Okay, glue's broken. Scrape this. Scrape that. Yeah, we're gonna switch to the regular iron. Come in at a different angle. Come on, you jerk. There you go. That side's off. Come at me, boss cap. There we go. Boss cap number 2 off. Yeah. Sweet. All right. So that's all the caps off the main board. Kind of want to look a little closer at this mess. Hey, Garth Beagle's here. How you doing, Garth? We are currently looking at a Sega Game Gear. We did all the nasty caps on one of them. Now we're doing the other one. Crusty, crusty. Look at that mess. So I'll pull all these boards out and ultrasonic them this week. And hopefully, well, I'll see about the rebuild kits or the IPS mods. I don't know if they'll come in time. Also, I think I might have looked before, and some of them seem to be back ordered. So we'll see. It might be a little while, but it just having these things that I knew was going to be such a bad situation, just rotting away inside here. I've been wanting to work on this project for a little while now, so I'm happy that we've gotten them started to be worked on, because these things will eventually eat themselves from the insides. Yeah, look at that. That is very resistant. There we go. Got that side. Of course, I'm gonna melt the heck out of that. Oh, all right, that works. That's equivalent to the old purple nurple technique. There we go. So they look gross, but I think they'll all clean up real nice. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. It's okay, everyone. We'll relax. Oh, There's more under there. All right, we'll have to take that apart. All right, let me show you the games that came with this thing. And then I think we'll finish up for today. We'll tackle this stuff next week. Hopefully the retrobrighting will be done on the Classic II. And yeah, so what games came with this? So we got a little Game Gear holder. Got a power adapter that was also labeled Sega. I guess these people really like their label makers. So what do we got? Ooh, we got Outrun. That's fun. I like Outrun. Sonic Triple Trouble. Madden 95. RBI Baseball 94. Does anyone want a baseball cart? I definitely don't want that. Sonic Hedgehog 2. 5-in-1 Fun Pack, which means like this is probably the combat of Game Gear. The Lion King. Ooh. World Series Baseball. The Berenstain Bears Camping Adventure. Ariel the Little Mermaid. And Sonic Chaos. So, what do you think? I paid $50 for the 2 Game Gears and all these games. Garth has 10 copies of the 5-in-1 Fun Pack. Yeah, knowing Garth, he probably doesn't even have a Game Gear, just like he doesn't have an Atari 2600. All right, thank you all for stopping by today. That was fun. It was cool taking apart a Game Gear. Why is this rattling? All right, now I kind of want to know why this is rattling. Maybe that's what that's... You paid $100 too much. Are you kidding me? It was $50. What do you want? That was a steal. It was such a steal. Sorry, I want to pop this off and then figure out what that rattling is, because that rattling is unnerving. Yes, Trina and Gut Bomb will be streaming today at 2:25. As always, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Trina has no appreciation for vintage hardware. She only cares about modern laptops and gaming computers. Sorry, I don't mean to do a Steve exit here. I just wanted to know what was what's rattling. Oh, one more screw. Looks like it. Maybe it was this rattling around in there. Not too much finger gunk. It's gross, but not too much. We'll get this all cleaned up. Anyway, thank you all. Trina and Gut Bomb 2:25, Days of Vintage Apple Tech tomorrow at 11. Tech Ambrosia is probably going tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all next weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a lovely week, y'all. Ugh, these are gross.